Hi, I'm David Penrose from Facets of Health, where we're empowering people to become their best selves with abundant health. And that's where we start, is a conversation with you about what's happening with you and where you'd like to go. We've made this video for the BX community to outline exactly what our business, Facets of Health, does and what it means. And we're really keen to network with you and to see what we can collectively do to raise up our businesses. Facets of Health we've actually created since I came to BX because we had to package up our business in a way that could be presented in a networking environment. We've been working with alternate health for a lot of years. I had kidney issues myself. I didn't want to take the treatments that were on offer. So we're really working with people who want to take back control of their health. And there's all sorts of strategy and modalities, and there's no silver bullet for life, really. And because we are the core asset in our business, if we're not functioning on full throttle, all the other great stuff that we're doing in our business and for our health and wellness is not always working. So we develop strategies around people becoming their best selves. Our core products is a leading technology. A lot of people don't know about it yet. I think probably a couple of % of people in the world. It's a redox technology. It's actually something our body creates and ourselves. And if we don't have it, it's foundational for all life. If your redox capacity isn't there, it's lights out in seconds. So most people haven't really connected the dots to realize that as they're getting older, why they get older. And as your redox production capacity in your body decreases, you just won't be able to, things don't repair as fast. You run out of steam and we start to age, we start to rust. So the products we have is one that you can drink or you can rub on. The skin one's pretty amazing. You can see what's happening, but you don't see what's happening on the inside. And people, especially blokes too, tend to ignore stuff that's going on. And then when they're aware that they've got a bit of a health challenge happening, it's probably more like a crisis than a challenge. And we want to say, hey, there's strategies with our products that you can do that'll prevent that and wind the clock back, really. I think biggest issue is really between cause and effect. Some people, you keep doing something, you like a food or there's something in your environment you like to do all the time, but that could be making you sick. And a lot of cases, people haven't actually realized what it is. And we always like to start looking at all the environmental factors around that, because even like artificial light or EMFs, which I'm highly sensitive, I had to quit my job in the corporate world because I could no longer work in an office in that space. It was really affecting me big time. Now, if you are like me and the canary in the cage, you feel that, but other people, oh, that doesn't bother me. It is actually affecting you. Common issue right now is, I've got brain fog. I can't think clearly anymore. By mid-afternoon, I'm exhausted and I'm just not functioning like I used to do. So, sometimes people will run off and they'll take something for that, but we're not so much interested in getting rid of the feeling or the pain or whatever. We want to say, what is the cause of that, and start remitting the underlying thing that's creating that issue. And people could have a diagnosis around something or they're getting older, or they just think this is part of getting old and they settle for. But the reality is, just because you don't know something doesn't mean to say it's not right or it doesn't exist. And so we're really making people aware about what their particular challenge is. And sometimes it takes a while for people actually to be authentic and honest, because they'll tell you other stuff and not actually what their real issue is. And it just takes a little while to build into the relationship and to understand. And then they'll open up a lot more, and then you get to the real story, and then you can work on the real things. And that's a big part of the journey, with Facets of Health. Yeah, pretty much anything first aid. Cuts, bites, burns, stings. It creates rapid healing. Like, we've had people that have been burnt, third degree burns almost, and they've drunk the liquid and put the gel all over themselves, and they literally haven't peeled and they haven't need to go in and get all sorts of other treatments for that. And people can't believe that happens. And sometimes it all seems too good to be true, which we're living proof of what is happening. And then we have thousands of people that we've worked with that have all had these incredible things, and they were putting up with stuff. Some of them were even giving up on their careers because they could no longer function or work. And they thought, oh, I'm just going to have to stop all that, whereas they loved what they were doing. Yeah, you don't have to settle for, and hey, let's ask some questions and have a little bit of a look around. But the core to it all really is that you have to be grabbing that steering wheel of your life and saying, I'm taking charge of my life. I'm going to listen to the information that's out there, and then I'm going to start implementing one step at a time, because we all know what it's like if you decide you're going to go to the gym and you go off and you go like crazy the first week, and then it's all too hard and you don't go back again. You just got to do a little bit at a time, and then change happens amazingly well. And then down the track, you think, oh my gosh, I've got a whole different way of being now. We're really looking to grow our business and to let everyone know that this is here and this is a big option. And we're also looking to set up programs where people can involve with other people too, other practitioners that we're working with. So we have a whole team of people working with doctors all over the world. People like Chris Henderson, where he's doing his light and vitamin D and EMF and all these functional diagnostic nutrition. We're really wanting to set more and more people up around all these facets of health, so that you come to us with a situation and then we can send you, to where you need to go next, to a practitioner or a specialist who can help you with that particular aspect of what's going on for you. So we're looking to do a lot more live seminars and a lot more online seminars where people can come along and just join the learning journey. So you become aware of it, you experience stuff, and then you engage in the next process. So we have an enormous amount of education resources for people who are looking and want to make a difference. So in terms of growing our business, we're in quite a number of countries in the world, and we want to increase what our activity and our position in those places, and just bring on more and more amazing people who are looking to make a change for themselves and their environment and the world. Because what excites me is if we all do a little something to make a change and make the world a better place, things can happen really fast. We want people to come on board with us and not say, oh, it's all beyond me, I can't do anything, I can't make a change, and it was me or he or whatever. So we're wanting to build a really big crew of people that are going to combine their superpowers and make life better for all of us, which is why we're all at BX, because we've got all these people with all these very diverse skill sets that can really make a big difference to what we're doing. So it's actually a tough one, and I haven't got out the other end of that, so I'm always interested in feedback. And the biggest challenge for us possibly is because it's a new category creating technology, people just aren't aware of it or they don't get it yet. And that's why people experiencing it first is the way to go. And then oh, cripes, that did something. That was amazing. And then they'll want to go and look for more. We have epic amounts of awesome information, knowledge and stories and things like that. And we're having this conversation with others in the network because often we get stopped or stymied because of our abilities to put the back-end technology system structures together. And that's been a bit of a journey for us, and being able to invest in whatever you've got to, and to scale things really, to scale them as you're developed. I've got my podcast I've been talking to, Getting to the Heart of the Matter, where we're interviewing key people, epic people in all walks of life who have overcome different things with their health and just generally. And put that out there. But I haven't done it yet because I haven't got the mechanics in the background working. That to us is a big part. That for me has been a massive challenge. Even redefining our business and what it looks like and how we show up, I mentioned before at the start, because pretty much this is foundational to life. So it affects every living cell in the universe is powered by this And we have the only product that's been stabilized, it's identical to what anybody makes. So when I'm looking for referral partners, it depends on what the problem is. I'm looking for people that are working with others. So not just coaches, but could be all sorts of practitioners that are actually open-minded. So allied health professionals, coaches, athletes, the trainers in that sort of space, that looking at all the latest innovations and technologies, that they're implementing these strategies with their clients. And what we find is that our goo makes their goo work better. We get ourselves communicating, and then the great work that they're already doing in these things just tends to become better. Yeah, like even stem cells can't function without this particular technology. So yeah, any adult health professionals, coaches, trainers, those sorts of people. The best way to connect with me is to send me an email at david@facetsofhealth.com.au, or even pick up the phone the old-fashioned way. Give me a ring on the mobile, 0408 788 783. We always like to have a conversation with people because it's such a huge topic and it's about you. Our whole business is about the person sitting in front of us. It's not what we need or what we want. We want to drill down into, okay, what's happening for you? What are you trying to solve? And then we provide information tailored around that particular element, because there's so many things that we work across. And it's the same, like you go to the doctor, you go somewhere, they just don't write your prescription when you walk in the door. Well, sometimes that happens. And generally they want to know a little bit about what's going on. And we like to ask some questions and then we move you in the direction. And that's why we have a discovery call. Our website is basic at the moment. We're going to be building that with more content. That's just facetsofhealth.com.au. And you can actually book a call on that too. But yeah, let's have a chat. And then to get an experience, we'll be running more experiential events locally. So you can check into one of those. But let's have a conversation. Let's have a real authentic chat. That's what we need to do.